everyone, this is Britt of Britt in Toyland coming to you with another Star Wars The Black Series review, and this is going to be for the Rogue One wave. Hasbro has finally completed the crew, now including Bodhi Rook, as it should, and yeah, this mural just by itself looks super fantastic, seeing them all together in a line like that. I'm not a completionist for Black Series, so I don't always buy all the figures in a wave that make up the little side mural, but this is pretty darn awesome. So real quick, we'll just show the fronts of the box. We've got Jyn, Cassian Andor, K2SO, Chirrut Imwe, Baze Malbus, and Bodhi Rook. So I'll get these unboxed and then we'll take a look at them. Okay, so here they all are out of the packaging. First and foremost, I'm just going to go through their accessories. So we'll start with our lead, Jyn Erso. So she comes with a blaster. Fairly standard, which you can put into her holster like so, or put into one of her fists. Bend at the elbow there. And there she is. See if we can get her to focus a little better. There we go. So of course she comes with her head wrap, but that comes off. So we'll take that off now, actually. If we can. A little tricky. Okay, starting to get it. Kind of work around her head. I won't cut away on this just so we see the difficulty level. Because you want the head to kind of just got to get the chin out from under the wrap, and there we go. Okay, we should be golden now. Or maybe not. Okay, getting there, getting there. Now we gotta get it over her nose. This is never coming back on. Because I don't want to do this again. There we go. Okay, I think we got it. Okay, there we go. So we got the head wrap. Very nice. And there is her new photoreal head. Looking very nice. I'm going to cut away for 1 second so we can compare it to the old version. Okay, so let's get him in focus. Get K2SO out of the shot. And here are our two figures, the original and the new one. And they're just night and day. Like this one fully looks like Felicity, and the other just kind of looks like a doll's face at this point. Rest of the outfits are the same. The paint might be a little darker on the new one, but overall it is the same, but they just made that so necessary update to the face paint and sculpt, and it just looks fantastic. Really pleased with that. So put her aside, and then just to demonstrate, double jointed knee. We have a swivel at her ankle, and a bit of a bend at the ankle. This one does not have the rocker ankles. It does have a bit of a thigh swivel. Legs go all the way out, forward and backward, a little less so on the side with the holster. We have a tiny bit of an ab crunch. Arms go up. We get our bend at the elbow, swivel at the wrist, and a teeny tiny little point of articulation bend in the wrist. And 360 degrees at the shoulder, and then the head goes up and down, and 360. Because she has her nice little bun, it makes it easy to do a 360 with the head. So a very needed and good update for our Rogue One protagonist, Jyn Erso. She is a little hard to stand, I will say. It took a while to find a pose that would accommodate the way her ankles are. Kind of have to get her in a crazy split, but works well enough. Now let's go on to Cassian Andor, getting a show soon, played by the incomparable Diego Luna. I'm a big fan of his. He's a gorgeous figure for a gorgeous man. And yeah, again, face sculpt looks incredible. I never got this version of the Black Series Cassian. It came in like an exclusive 3-pack back in the day. So I don't have that one. I do have the one where he's in his like winter coat. I'll review that at some point. But again, the face sculpt is just night and day. For his accessory, he has his big old blaster, which comes in 3 separate parts. So you start with the base and you plug it in like so. Okay. There we go. Okay. And then this is the barrel. And it's gonna go in, yeah, this way. Squeeze it in far as possible. And there it is, his full blaster. Yeah, it does. There's a little teeny tiny hole. You can kind of see that his pistol can go in. See if we can fit it in properly. It's pretty big, so yeah, it just kind of hangs there. But yeah, so for head movement, articulation, you get a bit of up and down, side to side. It's a little stiff, mine. But he does get his 360 in there. There we go, a little head tilt from side to side, not too much. Shoulders come up, not too far up, maybe a little impeded by his jacket there. We get our bend at the elbows. We get a swivel at the wrist and a teeny tiny bend at the wrist. Again, just not very much. And he's got his ab crunch slash swivel. I know it's kind of a waist swivel, but it's way up at the ab. So anyway, we get our double jointed knees. We get our split, our kick forward. Not too much of a kick back, and again, always impeded by a holster. And for his feet, there's a bit of up and down movement at his foot. Thing to remember about these is that the sculpts were kind of older before they started incorporating rocker ankles. Do get a thigh swivel though. So despite the updated photo reel, the sculpts themselves have not been updated, unfortunately. But yeah, he looks very nice. Put him to the side now. Let's look at our new man, Bodhi Rook. Face sculpt is really well done for Riz Ahmed. Unfortunately, these goggles don't go down on his head. But what can you do? For his head, he gets, way more articulation. Up, down, side to side, all the way around. Oh, check out his ponytail real quick. Nice. And side to side. So arms go all the way out. Elbow bend. Let's get that in a better position. There we go. Double joint at the elbow. We get our swivel at the elbow at the bottom, and we get a little bit of movement at the wrist and a swivel at the wrist. And 360 at the shoulder. Yeah, okay. Bit of an ab crunch, not too much. Legs come all the way out. Kick forward is very good. A little bit of kick back. We get our double jointed knee and our up and down motion on the feet. And you come with rocker ankles? I can't say for sure. Mine might just be stiff. Okay, a little bit, little rocker. And his thigh swivel. So yeah, he looks very good. He comes with a blaster. Nothing too fancy there. I think it's supposed to go in this right hand where he's got his trigger finger. I don't know how easy this will be. Okay, actually went in really easily. Nice. Okay, and then he has his backpack and his spool. So, gonna take the blaster out so we can try and get this on him. Okay, so it goes on like that. These double jointed elbows are much appreciated in getting a backpack like this on. Is this upside down? This might be upside down. I think I put it on upside down. I can't remember if the spool is supposed to be on top or on the bottom. But either way. And then his little doohickey goes in his fist very easily, like that. Can't really move the spool or anything, like twist it. Believe you can also plug his little device in the side here if you would like, and it just sits in like that. And we'll put his blaster in as well. Alright, and it still went in real easy. Very nice. And he still stands great, so that is good. Alright, we're going to swap him out for our droid friend, K2SO. Bring him up closer. He's got the nice white eyes this time. Nice weathering around the joints. And yeah, droids, when done right, cough, cough, IG-88 and IG-11 actually are really articulated and fun. He's doing like a zombie walk. But yeah, we get swivels, full 360-degree swivel at his elbow joint, up and down for the elbow. Double jointed both ways at the wrists, and a swivel at the wrists. So the shoulders come out a little bit, not too much, but they do a 360-degree spin, head motion. There's like a neck motion, it goes up and down and for all the way around 360, And then you get your head swiveling 360 degrees. Not much movement in his waist or core area. He doesn't really have a waist. He's just got like a pelvis. But the legs do come out a little bit. He's not really supposed to be doing the splits, so he doesn't do that. Kick back, really nice. Kick forward, same thing. You get your bend at the knee, and you also get 360 degree swivel at the knees. You also get huge range of motion at the ankle, and again, do we get 360 movement at the ankle? No, we do not. Okay, so the ankle joint does not move 360 degree. You also, do you get movement at the toe? I don't think so. No, it just looks like it has joints because he's a droid. But yeah, I love the articulation of K2SO. It's a really awesome figure. He looks really good. And we're going to swap him out now for Chirrut Imwe. And obviously, K2SO does not come with accessories. Okay, so for Chirrut, he comes with his staff. I'm assuming you can pull it apart at the metal bits, but I'm not going to. I have been burned by Island Race staff in the past, which has broken. I'll show that off at some point too, so I'm not even gonna try playing around with this. And then he has kind of his like blaster / bow type item. I like the coloring they do on it. Glad they did some paint apps for this. Other side. And Chirrut has soft goods at the bottom. I think they look pretty good, and obviously you really do need them for the movement and the poses you're going to want him to do. Interestingly, this bit is plastic, so I don't know. It's strange how they choose what to be soft goods and what to be plastic, but there you have it. Once again, this is an older sculpt. It's just the paint apps that are photoreal now. But he looks quite good. I am one with the Force, and the Force is with me. His pointing finger. So we get our little swivel, little bend at the wrist rather, and swivel at the wrist. Elbow bend. Arms go out. And head up and down. Does have a 360 degree movement, not too much side to side. Kind of a bit of a waist bend, not too much. It's hard to tell, just the way the cloak is draped. His legs come out pretty far. Again, it's hard to see, but they do. Kick forward, and not very much kick back, just again, hindered by the plastic at the back. For his ankles, you get up and down movement and a little side to side movement. So let's start with his staff. I'm gonna go up this way. Like that. And then, all right, and so then we'll try his bowcaster type thing. He also has a trigger finger. Try and get that in there. His hand's a bit more stiff than Bodhi's was. There we go. And just get that finger. His finger might not be long enough. Yeah, his finger, if we can get that to focus. Come on, trigger finger. Come on. So it's a little hard to see, but his finger is not quite long enough to get into the trigger. So that's a little unfortunate. But he still looks good overall. And then our final figure. His brother-in-arms, Baze Malbus. There he is. Again, a great face sculpt update. I'm just so impressed with the faces. They all look very good. Barely any movement in the head for Baze based on his original sculpt. As for his arms, you get not too much lift on the shoulders. That's about it. You do get 360 degrees. Oh, he's kind of stiff. There's an elbow bend. We just need to... There we go. Elbow bend. There is a little bit of a bend at the wrist, and then you get your swivel at the wrist. No articulation in the chest or waist. And then you get your double jointed knee. Legs go not very far out. Again, they go up a little bit, not too much. It's about as far as they go. And not very far back at all. And for his ankles, you mostly, you get rocker ankles. And no bends at the toes or the ankle. So his main accessory is his tank that goes on his back. It plugs into a hole on his back right here. And it's a little tight. It is a little tight. Okay, there we go. So his pack looks good and everything. He was already kind of back heavy, and this makes it even more so. It was hard to get him to stand in the first place. And then he's got his big old blaster, which we plug into his hand with the trigger finger. Oh, he got stiff hands. Okay. Just gotta try and get that finger in. Yeah, they're suffering from having kind of tiny fingers. Well, short fingers, I guess, in that the doesn't always come in. Okay, and then we plug in his blaster to the chain best we can. Doesn't have a great length to it. The reach is not the best. But we do what we can. And there we have him. Baze Malbus. The main criticism is going to be, he doesn't have thigh swivel, by the way, is that he is hard to stand. He gets quite top heavy and does not stand on his own very well. So I'm holding him by the foot with my finger. But there we have him. Oh, move him over so he doesn't block Bodhi. But there we have him. Our Rogue One crew, fully updated. I'm very pleased with them overall. I like that Hasbro for Black Series has been doing this finishing off of the teams like they did for the Ghost crew. Another set I'll review at some point. And yeah, very pleased. In the comments, let me know what your thoughts were if you picked up the Rogue One Black Series crew. Apologies if in the background you hear a little noise. That's my dog snoring. But thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next one.